very much surprised also by the fact that we are having some European nations actually setting up world records at the Olympics. That is just as much as unnatural. It's not normal.
Aya, when you look at track and field, you look at some of the long jumpers. Italy, Blake. Germany, Blake. Somebody was saying Hitler is tossing in his grave as we speak. That is what I have found fascinating.
Yes. There's a lot of black folks.
Yes.
And of African origin.
Yes.
Studio Uno Mike, just your overall feelings on the Olympics, like what surprised you, what disappointed you, what's your general feeling now that it's coming to a close?
Let me say this. What was fascinating for me was, okay, one, I looked at the Poland team, the men's volleyball team. The best player is a black guy called Leon.
Oh, damn, I haven't even watched any besides Kenyan volleyball.
Alafu,
Yeah.
US and Italy. Those are the powerhouses. They were playing for gold. They were playing for the bronze.
Oh, interesting.
Correct. Yes.
Yes.
Today.
Okay.
Poland and I can't remember who else are going to be playing for the gold.
For the goal, that's
Yes.
men's volleyball.
Men's volleyball.
Okay.
Higher. When you look at track and field, you look at some of the long jumpers. Italy, Blake. Germany, Blake. Somebody was saying Hitler is tossing in his grave as we speak. That is what I have found fascinating.
There's a lot of black folks.
Yes.
And of African origin.
Yes.
So
there's
there are many.
the lady who won the shot put, for the women who won, the lady who won shot put for the women.
German.
Ogunle,
German.
Yeah.
Germany.
It's German.
Pointy.
Okay.
So that is what has captured me. Also, like I was noticing, like some of the final races, like we're looking at the 100, the 200, on a lineup because I'm a dame.
Yeah.
Blake.
Okay.
So I mean, I think that was that for me was like, okay,
So the European countries are becoming Blake.
Blake.
But that shouldn't surprise you, because
No,
if
no.
you've been you're a very ardent fan of football.
Yes.
And if you're a fan of football, you quite understand right now that they have a lot of second, third generations athletes who are mixed race. So,
Right. But
saying black Europeans it's something that people need to start getting used to.
that's what I'm saying. No,
Yeah.
black Europeans, yes, but black Europeans competing at
We-
that high
we
level.
were used to seeing them in soccer.
Yeah, yeah.
But previously, even when you go back to recent Olympics, it was not very common.
it was
It was not
very
very
uncommon.
common seeing a black Italian running for Italy. It wasn't common. In soccer, yes.
Oh, absolutely,
We've gotten
yes,
used to that.
Balotelli.
Yeah,
But
but,
the previous 100-meter champion is Italian and is
Yes,
black.
Jacobs.
yes, that's right.
Yes.
But I'm saying, this has now started becoming it started becoming a common thing in other sports. Seeing, because I think that first generation of immigrants, gravitated, of course, towards soccer because already playing soccer. But now, they're diversifying to other sports where it's not an uncommon sight anymore.
Yes.
To see, like a black German, doing shot put, or a black Italian doing the long jump,
Male
the
and
triple jump.
female.
Yeah,
And winning.
Yeah, so
So-
that says something.
Yeah.
That says something in the changing faces of Europe.
Right.
And as you know, xenophobia also in those countries,
Like a nonsense.
and being anti-immigrant has been increasing.
You mean in London?
Yeah, that has been increasing, and I think maybe we need to get someone from London to tell us what exactly is happening. This has been happening in other countries. This is common in countries like France. Italy has had its share of xenophobia.
Spain.
So all these major, European countries have had some kind of xenophobia. But anyway, let me come back to studio. Wanna go back to Louis just to get his overall thoughts on the games before we go back to Team Kenya. What were your highlights for this Olympics, Louis? What were your disappointments? What surprised you the most? Real quick, Louis. Twende kazi.
I think generally, if you look at it, the dominant countries when it comes about the Olympics has always been the United States and Great Britain. And at some point, and to some extent, I think there used to be China and Russia because of their populace. But the dynamics have really changed right now, although the United States is still, staying on top in the collection of their medals. But what we are seeing is we are having Scandinavian countries and a little bit of some South American and the Caribbean countries that are showing up with excellence in some disciplines, of which have surprised many. When I look at it, personally, I feel like it's about time that we have to appreciate the fact that the world has become a global village. So everybody cannot be able to keep a secret for too long. And we tend to know what other people are doing, and we can gather the information, put it together, and enact on it and train just like the other pastors that could be across the oceans and across the continent. So I'm not really surprised that the United States has lost in some of the mundane races of which they tactically should have won. Okay. And again, also for us here, the East African community too, we have really not performed very well. That's a topic for later. Very much surprised also by the fact that we are having some European nations actually setting up world records at the Olympics. That is just as much as unnatural. It's not normal.